I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see.
Yes, as you can see here, remember for every exercise, it is very imperative or important for us to always know our financial year.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so our financial year is very much important, so we need to go and check. So if we can check our information here, um, let
Can
me.
you please send to me these exercises?
It's the same file that I sent.
Okay, let me check.
You know the same question which I sent you. Check them for me. The same that I sent you is like the continuation of that. Double check for me so that I can. If you don't have it, I will send it to you. Just double check it for me.
Oh yeah, I have it.
You have it, okay?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Um, if you can check here, they say the following information relates to Amaswidi traders. So we need to understand that we are the company is called Amaswidi traders, so that we can be able to transact. And then the other thing that we need to highlight is the fact that we are using the periodic system. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so even if they cannot tell you that you are not using periodic system, by looking at the information given to you, you will understand that you need to use which system, because it depends on how do they deal with the cost of sales. Are we together?
Yes.
If I may ask, by looking at the information, how will you know that they are using periodic or they are using perpetual?
Perpetual when there's no cost of sales,
When there's no cost
then
of sales,
it's perpetual.
okay, and then
And then when there's cost of sales, or if they tell us to calculate the cost of sales, it's periodic.
okay, I think when it comes to this, here's the other way around. In this case, can you see if you can look at the financial statements? Let's look at our statement of, let's say, the trial balance. Okay, so if we look at the trial balance, can you see here they did not give us cost of sales?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
so it means we must calculate cost of sales. So this is periodic. And then at the same time, you can see they gave you've got things like purchases. Can you see now? So
Mm-hmm.
meaning we need to use periodic system. So if they give us cost of sales as one of the accounts here, it means the system is perpetual. I understand the reason why you said so, because when you are thinking of calculating cost of sales, remember when we had to calculate before and when we had to differentiate between the two systems, when we dealt with subsidiary regionals, I understand. But when it comes to financial statements, the fact that they did not give you cost of sales here, it means you have to use periodic, because under periodic, we have to use a formula to calculate cost of sales.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it makes
So
sense, but it doesn't matter. It
under
doesn't matter.
so at,
Hmm?
at the final thing, at the end of the day, it's all the same thing, because under perpetual they give us cost of sales. Under periodic we have to calculate the cost of sales, and we'll get cost of sales
Yes,
at
so
the
it
end of
doesn't.
the
Yeah, at the end of the day, the cost of sales must be there. The reason why I'm saying this is because some students will say, I don't have cost of sales. They just ignore and they say the cost of sales is zero.
Okay.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. So we need to check that. Okay. The other thing that I want us to check, obviously, this is the information we need to go and check our financial statements. Can you see now? Usually, they will give you what you call the pre-adjustment trial balance. Can you see now? So, meaning this is the trial balance before adjustment, and they normally give us the 28th of Feb. But we are not sure at the moment if this is our financial year or not. Okay, so we need to go and dig deep. Ne? Usually we find these under requirements. So under requirements, they will tell you which books are you dealing with. Just check requirement 2.1. So which year end are we going to deal with here?
Year ended on 28th February, so it's gonna be the
Yes.
2018.
Yes. So it means now we know which financial year are we dealing with. It means now we can continue with our books because we know that we need to deal with that particular financial year. Can you see now? It is important for us to be able to know. So we know that our financial year is started from is similar to what we did yesterday. Remember,
Yes.
1st of March, 1st of March
First of
to
March 2018.
yes, that is our financial year. So it's very much important. So you can, if you are writing a test, you can quickly write it down so that you cannot forget.
Yes.
So I will just for the sake of understanding, I'm just gonna put it quickly like this. So can you see now and then quickly like this, and then I know that I ended 28 Feb 2019. So I know if I ended there, I will start first off.
1st of March 2018.
This is very much important. Okay, so we know that this is our financial year. This is our financial year. So it's very much important for us to know this. Okay. So after doing that, we can just go and record in our financial statements. Okay. So it means we need to, for this one, because I'm dealing with the statement of profit and loss. The profit and loss, obviously, we focus on what? We focus on the incomes and expenses. Okay.
Okay.
So if you look there under, let's start with the income. So what do you think we must start with under when we deal with the statement of profit and loss? What is the first thing that we're going to use?
The statement of financial.
Remember, we are dealing with the statement of profit and loss. So we always start with sales.
Bank.
Okay, I'm going to say, come again.
Are we gonna start with bank?
Remember, like I said, under the statement, okay, let me go back to the requirements. We are dealing with this. We are dealing with the statement of profit and loss. So this is the same as income statement. Okay. So here we only record the income expense. That's the first thing that you must know. You only record incomes
income
and
expense.
so if you go to the trial balance, we can find incomes under which section? Under this section. Can you see now? There are two sections. There are two sections. So under the first section, which is the statement of financial position, we can only, these are the assets, owners, equities, and liabilities. Okay.
Yes.
But under nominal is where we find incomes and expenses. So when you are dealing with the statement of profit and loss, start with the incomes, with the nominal section. But sometimes they don't give you the sections, but just you must know which ones are incomes and which ones are expenses.
Expense. Okay.
Okay. So the first thing that we always do in the statement of profit and loss. So here I just wrote in they'll write for you in full. You must write in full there. So the first thing that I must deal with here, I'm gonna start with what we call sales. I'm just gonna change the color. So we must start with sales. Okay. So you must start with sales. So when it comes to sales, we need to check the following. Remember, sales is what we sell to make profit. So we must check if we've got any sales returns. You can write it down.
Yes.
If you've got any settlement discount granted.
Okay.
Okay, we must check those things for now. Okay, we need to go and check our question there. So, okay, how much is our sales? Is how much? It's 957. Eh?
Yes.
Do we have any sales returns?
Yes.
We do have sales returns. As you can see here, we have got sales returns here.
42.
And we've got sales here. Can you see now? Do you have any settlement discount granted?
No.
No, okay. But if I go further, we can also remember, we must also check the information there. There's sometimes can find that there's information that can affect sales. Okay. So we need to go and check that information about we can have any information. Check from 1 to 9. There's nothing that affects sales. We just have to look for something that affects it. Maybe sometimes you can find that the sales returns are from the adjustments. It doesn't mean that you can always find them from what? From the sales. Are we together?
Yes.
So now we must go there. In next to the sales, we must just go there and then put the calculation there. I will ask for the sales amount first. How much was the sales amount? We said it's how much? We said in brackets, by the way. We said it's 9.
The sales amount is 957.
957,000. And then sales returns, we must minus them how much?
Minus 42,000.
Double check. It's not 42. I don't think so.
The sales return. Oh no, yeah.
Yes.
Sales return it's 37.
Yes. So we only found sales returns. There's no settlement discount granted. And then you use the calculator how much to get.
92,000.
922,000.
Yes.
Yes, that's the first thing that you need to do. Sales has got a formula. You must know the formula for that sale. So you must know what to look for. Any question?
So I can't see the screen like what you put in just now.
Let me see. I think it's the network. I don't know what's happening with this network. Can you see now?
Still nothing. I can't see the calculation. Oh, yeah, now I can see.
You can see now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yes.
The next thing that we need to do, we need to less, or can say deduct, what do you call cost of sales.
So why are we putting that amount on the credit side?
No, those are not the sides. It's just that you'll see some figures. So for cost, you'll see if I've got more items, I will use this as a calculation column. Can you see this one? This one. I'm gonna use it as a calculation column. So this is where I put all my final figures.
Okay.
So some books only use one column, ne?
Okay.
But our book, they normally use 2 columns. It doesn't matter whether you use 2 columns or 1 column, but I'm just using it according to our syllabus. So this is, don't say this is not debit, this is not credit. This is just the column for the amounts. Let me just write out here.
Okay.
This is the column for the amount. Yes. It's a very good question. Students, you can find that some figures are on the left, others on the right. So they are trying to make a decision. So they are not sides. So I can call this calculation column. You can call it calculation column, the first one, this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Cost of sales. Did they give us cost of sales on our question?
No.
They didn't give us cost of sales. So it means at the end of the day, we need to make sure that we calculate. So we need to follow a formula. If you remember from our past accounting that we did, so we usually say under periodic, we always start with the opening. Remember the opening inventory?
Yes.
Yes, so that's why opening inventory. So we need the inventory at the beginning of the year. So if we don't have it, no problem. So firstly, we need, can you see now, I wrote underneath here, opening inventory. So I need to know, I'm going to use this column, like I said, to calculate, okay? So if we look at our information, do we have any opening inventory? I mean, in other words, the inventory at the beginning.
Yes.
Look at, yes, can you see they even gave us the date here?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the one that I'm going to use. How much is it?
64,000.
So I'm going to put 64,000 here. Can you see now? So what I like about financials, especially the statements here, you just have to look for information. Is there, but just look for it. Can you see? That's the first thing. Can you see? I used this column.
I still can't see what you are adding on the screen.
I know. I think this network is misbehaving today. Can you see now?
Still not.
Just wait. Maybe it will come.
Okay.
Let me know if you see it.
Nah, still not.
Okay. Can you see this one? Can you see this screen where it says depreciable assets? Can you see question 2?
Yes, I can see question 2.
Okay. Can you see the trial balance?
No. I'm still on question 2.
Okay. Let's see.
Now I can see the financial
Can you see
statement.
now?
Yes, but there's no this calculation.
There are no calculations.
No.
Okay, let me just get out and get in quickly. Ne?
Okay.
Okay. Can you now see?
Yes, I can see now.
Okay, no, this thing is misbehaving. That's why. So yeah, so this is what I want. Okay. So do you have any questions so far?
I'm okay.
Okay. Now after doing that, we need to go and find what we call purchases. We must go and add purchases. Let's go and check the information if we've got any purchases. Do we have any purchases?
Yes.
Okay, which is this one. How much is it? The purchases?
420,000.
420. 420. No, it's not 420. Double check. 420 are salaries.
Oh yeah, it's 512,000.
512. Okay. Any questions so far?
I'm
Okay.
still. I can't see the screen. It's just black.
Sure, I know this thing. Because on my side is showing, let me see. Still can't see.
No, still not.
Let's wait for it. Can you see now?
Still not. It's just black.
It's just black, black, ne?
Yes.
Still can't see?
Yeah, now I can see.
Sorry about that. So just check this and then yeah, let's see. I don't know, maybe it's too slow today.
It's okay.
Now let's talk about the purchases, ne? Because we need to check before you write. Sometimes this can be affected by many things. So when you before you put purchases here, you must look for the following. You must check for any settlement. Sorry, you can either put them separately or you can just put them in brackets. Okay. Do we have any purchases returns? We must before we put this amount. Okay. Let me just shift it. I'm gonna put it here. So I want you to go and look on the balances. Do we have any purchases returns?
Yes.
Okay, we must minus that. How much are those?
42,000.
42,000. Do you have any settlement discount granted? Received? Settlement discount received?
No.
No problem. So can you see if you want here, it's up to you. So if I don't know if you prefer, you can just say underneath these purchases and say less purchases returns if you don't want to put it in brackets. But usually these affect purchases. Okay. I don't know if you understand me. So if you want to say less purchases returns at the bottom, you're still correct. But I prefer to put it here to show that it affects purchases. Are we together?
Yes.
Yes. So remember this formula here. We take, it's like similar to what we did on top here. We said sales, we deducted sales returns. Here we have got purchases, we deduct purchases what? Returns.
Return. Yeah.
Can you see now? Do you understand so far?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's see how much is the amount there. 12 minus 42. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Now let's go and check. We put our purchases here. Now we must go and check any closing inventory. Do you have closing inventory here? We don't. This is the opening inventory, remember?
No, we don't have it closing.
Usually the closing inventory is found on the adjustments. I can still give it to you here, but if you don't find it there, don't say you don't have it. You must come to the adjustment. We call this adjustments, okay?
Okay.
So can you see the first one here? They say the inventory stock take revealed inventory on hand, meaning this is the inventory on hand on which day. You can see the date here. Check here. This is the date. Do you understand what I mean?
I'm looking at it.
That come again.
I'm looking at it because I can't see on the screen, so I'm looking on my phone.
It's still black.
Yeah, it's began now. It's under financial statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I can see.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if it does again, you must get out and get in again. Maybe because from my side I can see. So
Okay.
as long as you see for now. So can you see here on hand, inventory on hand, meaning inventory on hand. But when can you see the date here is at the end? So if you see inventory on hand under adjustment, it means that inventory is at the end of the period. Does that make sense?
Does that mean this is the closing inventory?
That is the closing inventory.
Okay.
So the closing inventory is 75,000. Are we together?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go there and we deduct. We normally deduct that. We say less closing inventory. And then the amount is 75,000. Are we together? Can you see the screen?
No. Let me log out and then I'll come back again.
Can you see what I need to do? 75. Let me see before you log out. Maybe I must check from my side. But can you see now? You can't see anything. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get out. If you log out, let me restart this laptop, and then maybe I need to restart.
Okay.
Are we together? Yes. So I'm gonna restart this.